So I'm reading through Job right now, and I got to chapter 40, where it talks about Behemoth. I've heard a lot of people ask if dinosaurs existed, if dinosaurs were in the Bible or anything, or how does the Bible explain dinosaurs when it doesn't mention them at all. Behemoth, which God mentions in the Bible, is one of the things that could be a dinosaur, and I'll read a little of it to show you. First of all, it's not talking about a spiritual thing because it says, "Look now at the behemoth, which I made along with you. He eats grass like an ox." That's verse 15 of chapter 40 in Job. People say that, well, it could be a rhinoceros or something like that. And yet, verse 17 says, "He moves his tail like a cedar." A cedar is huge in Israel. If you ever look at the tail of a rhinoceros or something, it's like 8 inches long and like that wide or something. That does not sound like a cedar. His bones are strong like pieces of brass. His bones are like bars of iron. He is the first of the works of God. In other words, he's one of the first things that God made. Surely the mountains bring him food, where all the beasts of the field play. That's verse 20. He lies under the shady trees in the thicket of the reed and marsh. The shady trees cover him with their shadow. The willows of the brook surround him. Look, the rivers rage, but he is not alarmed. He trusts that he can draw up the Jordan into his mouth. And then it talks about how no one can catch him. This does not sound like God is explaining an animal that is not real. In chapter 41, God talks about Leviathan and asks in the first 3 verses if anyone can catch Leviathan or hurt him at all. In verse 8 it says if you try and lay your hands on him or try and kill him, remember the battle, you will do it no more. Notice that any hope of overcoming him is in vain. His teeth are terrible all around, or scary or whatever. His scales are his pride, shut up tightly as with a seal. One scale is so near another that no air can come between. He sneezes flashes of light, and his eyes are like the eyelids of the morning. Out of his mouth go burning lights, and sparks of fire leap. Out of his nostrils goes smoke, out of a seething pot or cauldron. His breath kindles coals, and a flame goes out of his mouth. The sword that reaches him, and the spear and javelin cannot avail. He makes the deep boil like a pot, he makes the sea like a pot of ointment. On the earth there is nothing like him, a creature made without fear. So both of these could be the Bible talking about dinosaurs, because what else would explain a physical animal that meets these requirements?